Hello everyone, I hope everybody's doing well. Today I would like to address a phenomenon with which we are all familiar called writer's block. What it is, how best to view it, and of course how to deal with it. So the first thing I want to explain is that writer's block is a feeling. It is a feeling that there is a gap between where you are now and how you want to feel about a particular work, okay? Meaning, when we complete something, right, we're striving towards a vision, right? We're working through stuff. And we work through it until we feel at least content, right? As a baseline, we want to feel this is good. This is at least not bad. And we reach points throughout this process sometimes where there's almost like a canyon and there's no bridge to get to that point. And we're not sure, right? Which road to take? Is there a road at all? So the way to view it is a more holistic way. Don't think of it as a block. The whole journey from start to finish is an exploration. Sometimes diagnostics is part of that. Remember that sometimes you have written something, and when you wrote this thing, this section of your work or this entire work or your draft, you felt like you were in a flow state. You were not blocked, everything made sense. And then you go back to it and you're like, wait a minute. There are issues here. And so you go and you modify it, you improve it, you change it. Maybe you've grown as a person. Maybe you've gotten a new perspective or you have a fresh look at it, right? But you certainly can't say that that was a block, even though it was a, less than perfect draft. Of course, there's no such thing as perfect, let's face it, but less than perfect. But you weren't blocked, so it's a feeling again. So keep that in mind. The way to address it is to work through it. The way that you work through it is to unclutter all of these thoughts in your mind that are not connecting. Even thoughts that you're not sure you have, that you can't articulate. Our brains are very complicated. There's a lot of information going all over the place. It's a ball of wire, right? And so we need to get all of that out, right? Out of our subconscious and out of our conscious, even if it's a mess. So what to do is you free write. Free write about your block. Free write about what's bothering you, even if you're not sure what it is, right? Because again, we're chasing the feeling of what is off about this? What don't you like? And very often, eventually, you try that once in a while and you come back to it, you take a break, you will come across a few nuggets that will really tell you what bothers you, right? What often happens is, for example, you say, I don't know where this character is supposed to go. He has this going for him. He has, these events have happened, but now it feels off. And then you end up actually writing about that character more. And the puzzle sort of builds itself a little bit. So just think of it all as one process. That's my best advice. And remember the 1% rule. You keep putting in the time and you keep pushing it forward, it will build to that, right? 1%, 1%, 1%, 1%. It will get to 100%. So just keep at it, keep diagnosing, keep going back and forth. And remember, this is part of the process. Sometimes going through this block will do you a lot more good for your work than the flow state. You just never know, right? At the end of the day, it's about building. Yeah. Good luck.